this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you so much for joining me today. Here with another Christmas card video for you. They're coming to an end very soon. Don't have that many more Christmas cards to share with you. It's getting a bit late now to be making Christmas cards and getting ready. I'm getting ready to write on all mine and send them out, especially as in the UK here we've got the postal strike, so Lord knows when anyone's going to receive them. So I'm bringing you this card today. This card uses the lovely Penguin Builder punch and the equally lovely stamp set that goes with it. These are retiring at the end of the new mini catalogue, so the 4th of January, so will no longer be available. So if you've had your eye on them, then you need to grab them pretty quickly. They're both discounted, so the punch, which was £18, I think is now £7.20, so that's a real bargain. The stamp set, which was, can't remember how much it was, so I think it's now £6.80. So together you could get both of these for £14. Would make a great Christmas present for a child. I'd bet they'd love punching out penguins and stamping. I think that would make a really good for any crafty child or crafty friend really. So think about that. As I go to video this, they were still available in the shop, but things are selling out pretty quickly. So I just want to say, you know, they may not still be available, but it'd be pretty quick if you do want them. Anyway, let's have a go at making this card, which is a card I made for our Project Share card blog hop on Saturday. Our theme was just die cuts and punches. I have cheated a little bit. I stamped the eyes and noses, but of course you could have just done them with a pen. I think I would have got away with that. And then I did add some little stamped things. I hope my friends on the blog hop will forgive me for adding a little bit of stamping. But I thought this card is very cute. It's inspired by one that was made by the Stampin' Up designers. At Stampin' Up headquarters. It was in the catalogue and it's on the website, on the shop. When you put in Penguin Place, you'll see their card. Anyway, let's get going. So what do we need? We need a card base, which measures, let me grab my trimmer. Card base, which measures 21, hopefully. I know it will measure 21. I just need to do the score at 10.5 then, and then it measures, oh, that doesn't go that way. Oh, excellent. Let's do it this way. Should measure 50. Oh, it's a bit less than 15 actually. It's 14.7. Okay, 14.7, that card blank, which means that I need to cut my DSP. This is from the family stacks of DSP, the 6x6. This is from the subtle stack. This is Pool Party. On my card here I used Balmy Blue, but I've only got one of each sheet because I shared the pack with Jez, so I haven't got an awful lot of sheets of that, but you do get a lot in the pack. And they're last year's 6x6 DSP. They're in the clearance rack at the minute, so they're a real bargain. So you end up with DSP in every colour that we do at Stampin' Up, so that's a real bargain. I would whiz over there if I were you and buy those. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this at 9.9, which will be 3mm smaller on each side than what we've got. And then what did I say? It was 15.3, so I'm going to do 14.1, and again that's 3mm, 3mm border. And I'm going to save this little bit because I'm going to need that in a minute. So where's my card blank gone? Here it is. Let's just turn that over and burnish it. Let's get rid of my trimmer. I don't think I need that anymore. So let's just burnish that, and then that should layer onto here pretty nicely. There we go. Yeah, with a lovely, I just like a 3mm border as opposed to a 2 or a 5. But it's up to you. You can make a bigger border, you can make a smaller border. If you do it in millimeters, it's a lot easier to do very fine staging. If you do it in inches, it's just a little bit more tricky, I always think. Right, there we go. Just going to plonk that on there. It's a little bit of Tombow will give me a little bit of wiggle room in case I don't get it exactly straight or in the middle the first time. And that's the backing for our card. So then we need to go on and make our penguins. Now with this set, you have several choices. You can either stamp the penguin and then cut him out with the punch, or you can just use the punch. And as we were doing just punches and just punches and die cuts. I've just punched my pink penguins out. I've already made 4. I need 5, and I'm just going to show you how I made the other one. So there's my 5. They're so cute, these little penguins. I do love them. I don't normally do really cute things, but I do love these. Right, so a piece of black, basic black cardstock, and we want the bigger penguin outline out of basic black. And then a piece of Whisper White, and we need the smaller punch. And then the feet, we need 2 of the feet, so you can just fit it in your punch. Don't put it all the way through because you'll waste a lot of cardstock. You can just do it on the edge like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue the body to the, oh, not done that quite right. I've cut off his wing. I need to do another one. Obviously did that a bit too near the edge. Let's try again. Would have been, I could have used that one as one of the ones that goes behind actually, but I'll do it perfectly as I'm on camera. So here we go. Glue that down. Excuse my thumb being covered with the plaster. I've cut the end of my thumb, and it keeps healing and then splitting again. And so I've put a plaster on it just to protect it a little bit. This is quite sore still. It's not helped by the weather. It's very cold and it sort of dries and cracks. There, I put 2 little blobs of glue for his feet, and I'm just going to stay. And again, there's a stamp for his feet. So if you don't want to do this, I'm doing it with the punch because our theme was to use punches and die cuts, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. So the Tombow will give you a little time to wiggle around with it if you want to. And just position them where you want. There we go. And then we're going to take 2 stamps out of the penguin stamp set, which are, oh, that's not the penguin stamp set. Let's try again. This one. So I've got 2 eyes on a stamp, and I've got a little beak on the stamp. So let's take our memento. And stamp the eyes. So I'm doing them reasonably near the top, like so. They'll be perfect. And then we just need pumpkin pie. And there. That's his little beak. Right. So, and then before I start putting this all together, I just need some more stamped elements. So I need a little hat, little bow tie, a little scarf. So I'm going to take another little bit of Whisper White and take those 3 stamps from the stamp set. So we've got a hat, the scarf, and the bow tie, which is down here, there. So I'm going to do the hat in, I haven't cleaned these stamps, so I'm going to use the same colours. So the stamp is going to be Tahitian blue, Tahitian tide, sorry. And the bow tie is going to be polished pink, like so. And that's a lovely little bow tie. And then the scarf is going to be Granny Apple Green. Tell you what, you don't know until your thumb's out of action how often you use your thumb. Finding some of these things quite tricky to do without being able to use that thumb and put any pressure on it. Oops, what just fell down? Oh, my strip of paper. Hang on a sec. Stay there. Just lost my strip of paper. Right, okay. I think, oh, one more thing to stamp, and that's the message here. So, is there going to be room on there? Do you think I might use another piece of Whisper White just to make sure that I get it on? So, it's a Tahitian tide again. Oh, if I can open it. There we go. Stamp Happy Christmas. This is from the Joyful Flurry stamp set. So, oh, that's died down. Good job I didn't do that direct onto a card. And then I'm going to take, so that was that stamp from there, and I'm going to take the die for that little label and die cut that out. So it's this label here. I'm going to die cut that out. Like so. And I am going to washi tape that so that it doesn't move as I put it through the die cutter. Just a little bit of washi tape. And then while we're doing this, we might as well do all our die cutting. So I'm just going to move everything out of the way for a minute. Move my grid paper. Oops. What's happening with that? That's a shame. That's going to be out of position now there. When I come back, there you go. Right, okay, so, oh, now this one's come off. What is going on? Hey there. Oh, everything's coming apart. Tell I don't edit these videos. You see all the mistakes as well. Right, now what I'm going to do is from the Snowman Magic set, I'm going to grab the tiny little snowflake. So here's my set, and it's that little snowflake there. So you've got some on this frame. I'm just going to grab this one, and that's got to go through 5 times. So, oh. Yes, I can hear some of you commenting about how worn my plates are. They are very worn, but they're still working perfectly. And my theory is, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Right, so I've gone 1 snowflake, and I've just got to do, could have done this before I came on camera actually. I need to do another, let's take that die off there. I need to do another 4 snowflakes. If I was really clever and techie, I'd speed this bit of the video up. But of course I'm not. Sure, I could probably work out how to do it. Jez keeps trying to give me a lesson on iMovies, but it doesn't come naturally to me, iMovies, I'm afraid. Right, there's another one. Just been out to a Christmas fair this afternoon, Christmas market, which was quite fun in our little town of Chertsey. There were about 50 stalls. There was live music, one of which was my husband playing with his band. He plays in a band called Cajun Boogaloo, and they do sort of bluegrass, sort of country-ish music. There's Leslie, who plays double bass. She's in the band and does a bit of harmony singing. My husband, who's on lead guitar and singing, and then Bob, who's a really great fiddle player. They're on Facebook if you want to look them up. But they were playing. There were some other bands, local bands to Chertsey, playing. There were lots of food stalls, lots of craft stalls. It was really fun, actually. Got me right in the Christmas spirit. So that was really fun. We're hoping to go to one of the bigger Christmas markets at some point. Maybe this week. We're going to go, I think, to Winchester, which is about an hour and a half drive for us. But they have a Christmas market every year. So that would be fun if we can find time this week. Right, I've done all my snowflakes, so now I can stop jabbering. Right, let's bring this back in and try and make sure that it is still lined up with what I'm doing. Oh, I see it's a bit wonky now, isn't it? I don't know why this tape isn't sticking very well today. That'll do. Yep, that'll do for now. Okay, so let's get our penguins ready. Should have 5 penguins now. And we've got 3 little images to cut out here. So I'm going to cut the bow tie out first. So I'm afraid this is fussy cutting. There's no dies available with this set. Just the punch to punch the penguin out. So there we go. Yeah, this set has been around for a couple of years and I've loved it. I've made quite a lot of cards with it and other projects. If you want it, this is maybe your last chance to get it. So I think this one will be one of the sets that stays in my forever collection. I've enjoyed using it and I think I might come back to it. So I'm not going to be putting this one on my buy one get one free sale, not yet anyway. And I think a lot of other demos may well decide that this set goes in there forever. So if you do want it, it might be best to buy it while Stampin' Up have got it on offer, rather than hanging on and hoping there's someone that sells it. And of course, it might be too late for you this year. You know, by the time you've ordered, it's not going to come for another week, and it might be too late for your Christmas cards. But then think how organised you'll be for next year's Christmas cards. You'll have your stamp set and punch ready to go whenever you start your Christmas crafting, and you can be ahead of the game. And I'm always amazed at how quickly Christmas comes around, I have to say. I sit back in January and think, oh, thank goodness it's over, and not another Christmas for another year. And then suddenly we seem to be in the middle of November and I'm thinking about Christmas again. Don't know about you, as the years get shorter and shorter the older I get. Right, just get rid of those few little bits and just get a bit of Tombow again. So one of these is going to have the scarf on. So which one should we put the scarf on? We'll put it on him, like so. And then the hat is going to go on one of them. So we'll put it on him over here. Oops, where's my tweezers? There's fiddly little bits, and it doesn't help that I've got this great big plaster on my thumb. And then the bow tie, very cute little bow tie. Just a bit of glue. Oh. Glue's gone everywhere. Don't want the glue there. There we go. Put the bow tie on there. And then it's just a case of putting our card together. So I don't know if you noticed, but what I did on the other card, if I could find it, was, and this was what Stampin' Up had done, they'd done a ledge in the same paper just to add a bit of interest. So I'm going to do the same. I've got my piece of spare DSP here. I'm just going to trim it off a tad. And then find my dimensionals, which are here, and see if I've got any edging pieces that I could use to just put underneath this. I've used quite a lot of these. Let's cut an edging piece off here. So I hope none of you throw away these edging pieces because they're so useful. So that's going on there, and just trim. Of course, we've got our foam tape. You could use a piece of our foam tape as well. That would work perfectly. Okay, I'm going to do two pieces on here. So I'm going to do that one because it's quite thin. I'll do another piece from here. So if you used our foam tape, it's a bit thicker, so that would work well. Just to say, I've ordered my the new catalogue that will be coming out in January. I'm only going to send it to people that have ordered with me fairly recently. If that's not you and you would like a free copy, do get in touch. Leave a message on this video or on my blog, or email me, or whatever, or on my Facebook page, my Instagram, whatever you like, and I'll add you to my list to send a catalogue to. But I'm not going to send out as many just on spec as I have done in the past, because the postage is actually quite expensive, and I don't really want to add to the waste if people really don't want a copy. So rather than just send them out and assume that people want a copy, I'm going to wait until they've actually asked for a copy, unless you've ordered from me. Oh, where's Miss Bow Tie gone? In which case I know that you're still interested in Stampin' Up if you've ordered from me, so you don't have to worry. So I'll probably go back maybe 3 months and send it to anyone who's ordered with me in the last 3 months. But after that, if you haven't ordered in the last 3 months, just let me know and I will still send you a catalogue, so I will know that you're interested. Right, did you see what I did there? I put a dimensional in the middle here, and then some glue on the bottom. I'm gluing the bottom of the penguin to the middle of our strip, and then I've got a dimensional, but it's not going because I'm going to tuck the other penguins behind there. Right, now this one with the scarf overhanging, that annoys me a little bit, so I'm just going to trim off those overhang bits of the scarf, like so. And there, and what have I done on the dimensional? So another dimensional there. It's what I forgot to put on my order, of course. I did my pre-order from the new catalogue, ordered lots of nice new goodies and completely forgot to order the essentials that I needed, things like glue and dimensionals. Don't think I took the backing off, no. Didn't take the backing off my dimensional. That would help, wouldn't it? There we go. Pop him there, maybe a bit further apart. Oh no, that'll do. And then one with a nude one with no bow tie or scarf or anything. There we go. Put him here. Do I do it again? Keep forgetting to take the backing off my dimensionals. And then this one is going to pop behind here. So my mojo is still slightly missing. I'm being inspired by other people at the minute, not really coming up with too many creative ideas myself. So I'm seeing a card and then adapting it from somebody else. But don't know, my mojo recently has been conspicuous by its absence. But I'm hoping the new catalogue will get me inspired. There we go. Oh, doesn't want to go under. There we go. And that can go there. There's all our quintet of penguins, and then we're just going to mount the sentiment on some more dimensionals. Just using quite a lot because I don't want it to dip when it, you know, get squished when it goes through the post or anything. There's 2 more cards to add to my Christmas stash, so I'm going to sit down tonight and have a sort out and see if I've got enough Christmas cards now to last me. Send out. There we go. And there's our 2 cards. So let's get rid of all the rubbish. There's our 2 Penguin Place cards made with the Penguin Builder Punch. Such a good value at the minute, like I say. So if you want to get hold of one, don't hesitate, because I don't think they'll be around for long at the prices that they are. Thanks so much for watching today. Of course, everything will be linked below, as always. If you need anything, you've got any questions or anything, please get in touch. Got some really good joining offers coming in January. So if you're thinking about joining, hold out till January and then you'll see really, really good offers. Really too good to miss. Oh, I've forgotten to put the snowflakes on. Oh, let's quickly do that. Nearly went without putting the snowflakes on. So just a dab of glue in 3 or 4 places. 5 places actually, to be precise. Nearly forgot. So these are die cut, so these are fit in with the brief, which was just to use die cuts and punches. The only bit of my card that doesn't fit the brief is because I've stamped the sentiment, I've stamped the features on the penguin, and I've stamped their hats and scarves and things. But like I said, I hope my compatriots will forgive me. There, that's finished now. Okay, I'm going. Right, thanks very much for watching. See you soon. Bye.